What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades and oops, hold on. Let me remove this. What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing great. This is Gabby Trades. Welcome back to the stream. Yes, yesterday we didn't have a stream, but honestly, like there was literally nothing happening. So I thought, what the hell, we're gonna skip it. But today we're here. We're gonna discuss the price action. No matter how ugly it is, we're gonna be here for it. Okay, let's see who's in the chat box here first. We have Dano, Ken, hello, Katsuli is here. Stanimir, of course. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I know the market is terrible and I know that everyone just wants to take some time off, but there is no time off for us. All right, I want everyone to say hi in the chat box. Cool. So first things first, we had some news today, which were kind of neutral, to be honest with you. Like, they're not necessarily bearish, but at the same time, they're not screaming that we're going to go ahead and start buying this market. Panayot Svetkov. Are you from Bulgaria? Yes. Miglen, wow, I have so many people from Bulgaria today. What is going on? Do you guys know we actually won I think we won some bronze in some snowboarding Olympic competition or whatever, which was pretty cool. I saw it on Instagram. Not that I follow too much, but yeah, congratulations. Hi in the chat box. Okay, thank you. Captain JJ, yeah, so pretty much we had the core retail sales, they both came in at 0. That means, you know, that pretty much we missed expectations because we had forecast for 0.3, core retail and retail 0.4. So that is telling us that the consumer isn't accelerating that much and the demand is kind of cooling a little bit. Okay, so that's the first thing that this is going to tell us. Then we have employment costs came in at 0.7 versus expectation 0.8. So that again came in slightly softer than expected. That is going to show us that there is some sort of wage pressure that is easing. Okay, so like I said, overall this data that came in is mildly on the dovish side. So, you know, it's not like screaming that anything is going to happen with inflation, that inflation is going to be reaccelerating. It's going to keep the Fed, if Fed is watching, he's going to be okay. That's like wait and see approach type of data. So that's what we're looking at here. And actually tomorrow is also kind of important because we have the non-farm employment change, and that, if you remember, we needed to have it last Friday and we didn't. So yes, make sure everyone likes the video and subscribe. If you're new here, of course, welcome. But yeah, so we're gonna get this data that we didn't get last week. So could be a potential market mover for sure. Let's have a look at what's happening here overall. So we have the Dow Jones. Markets are showing rotation, right? So how am I seeing this? Well, the first thing you're going to see, Dow Jones all-time highs again, up 244 points. The Russell is up as well. NASDAQ, S&P 500 slightly a little bit. We have more stocks advancing on the day. So market breadth is kind of constructive at the moment, which is not too bad. But it's not the kind of day where, you know, you're going to have like a big move. It's more like a setup for a range bound move, right? So pullback buying kind of an environment rather than a breakout day. This is what this is telling us right now. So you need to be, when this picture is like that, it's more like super selective with the long setups rather than chasing the market, because it can be very choppy and it can be very difficult. And I'm sure a lot of you guys noticed that today. So let's have a look at the market. So this is Dow Jones, right? Dow Jones is no wonder exploding like crazy. This is the first thing that is going to go up when the market are starting to rotate. To me, this asset has oh my God, it's full of Bulgarians. That's so cool. So this asset has a little bit more strength. Actually, it has a lot more strength to come, in my opinion. But the pullback opportunity for me for Dow Jones is going to arrive at around 52.33K, something around that. So we're kind of like, you know, give it another 3.8%. I think it's going to be a pullback area for more opportunities to long, hopefully. Yes, Udrey. Everyone needs to learn this Bulgarian word, udri. Okay, it means hit it. It's really cool. All right, cool. So what should we start with today? Blah, 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 blah. Bitcoin was a little boring. Let's look at gold, because I was looking at gold throughout the day, mostly on a lower time frame, mainly. Now, the thing about this is I actually had a short, like exactly in this area up here, but it wasn't tagged because I was looking on a lower time frame, I think 5 minute or something. Yeah, so I had it just slightly above this wick, like I had an order, and it wasn't filled for like just a few pips. I wanted to catch the short down to 5,000, and then I got distracted because then I wanted to like see that through and catch a long down here. So for me, today was a complete miss, but it doesn't matter. This was pretty much the setup down here after we had this correction with New York. I think that was New York already playing down here. Let's have a look. Pretty sure, yeah, that was New York. So we kind of manipulated to the downside, extended up, took these highs, came into a 15-minute previous POI, but it was a very dangerous short to take, right? I wouldn't have taken that short because, as you can see, there was a clear liquidity that was sitting up here. So it wasn't really my favorite setup. Honestly, I wasn't sure if this is going to be a short, but once this move happened, I knew that this is going to be a continuation move down after this breakout. Like on a lower time frame, it's a little bit more easy to see. This is pretty much where the breakdown happened, and that was kind of the retest of that previous area of control, sort of. So it's not very hard, but you have to be like very locked in to catch these setups during the day. On a higher time frame, gold, we're gonna look at it in a little bit more. Before that, let's quickly go to Bitcoin, see what's happening, because I'm also interested here. So yeah, the problem with this week's opening is that true month open and true week open come at the exact same level. If you guys don't know what that is, this is the model that I'm trading, range model theory. We have a mentorship on it. All the links are in the description box. If you're interested to find about it, go and find about it in the description box of this video. But anyway, so when this happens, right, we've had previous situations like that, and when this happens, what usually means is that there is going to be some sort of an explosive move, in which direction you can't really predict at this moment. But what you can do is, of course, always look at the price action and determine like what are your areas, right? And I think we discussed it with the pre-market video that I did for you guys yesterday. I think I discussed kind of briefly my plan, and then I didn't do a live on it because like there was literally nothing else to say, but we can talk about it today. So basically, yes, we're along with the community here with that move up. It was like a very, very quick decision making right down here. So we pretty much on the retrace, we were long. So that's the entry down here at around, I think I'm around at 64 something, 64.2 or whatever. But the thing is, right, this move is not confirmed. You literally have a confirmation for this extension move on the one hour time frame, and that's as far as it goes. And the 1 hour time frame is showing me that this could extend up to, let's say, around 74.5, or at the best case scenario up to like true year open. It's possible because that's literally where the areas of resistance are lying on a daily time frame. As you can see over here, you have a locked buyer. These things are very important. If you guys don't know about it, like you can learn. We talk about it on the mentorship. But the point is that if this is a true break, you really need to see price close above true year open. And at the moment, it could happen, right? Nobody knows if it's going to happen, yes or not, but we definitely know that this area up here, starting at around 74, where this break happened, it's most probable that the price is going to react to some extent. So yeah, definitely a shorting area for me. Starts at around 74.5k up to around true year open. This is where I think I'm going to hunt for short continuation if we're going to be respecting the bearish order flow of this higher time frame setup. right? Because this is just bearish for Bitcoin. We don't have a confirmation for reversal. And genuinely, you guys, even if we do get one on a daily time frame, like I said, if we close above true year open, you know, happy days. I don't think that it's going to be like a straight reversal situation. As you can see, this is representing the entire price action from this yellow line to this yellow line. It represents the entire price action for January, and it's very extended. Okay, so when you have an extended move like that for an entire month, sometimes you do get continuations, but mostly the expectations need to be that in the following month there is going to be some sort of ranging price action. This is the, you know, the most likely scenario. Hold on, I'm not seeing everyone in the chat box here. I think we're going to retest 60K again. It's absolutely possible. So when you look at it on a lower time frame, Dano, when you look at it on the lower time frame, you can clearly see you have the daily SR flip zone at around 64.9. This area could be retested, not to mention that even if you lower the time frames even more, you can see that even they can take it down and retest 62.2. So, you know, it's just sort of like discretionary whether when this happens, if it happens, whether I'm going to open another long, maybe with a higher leverage, because opening a long up here, I couldn't really do it with more than 13x. So I think I'm 13x here. I think on Solana, I'm 10x, something like that. But yeah, you couldn't really do anything more than that because yeah, you know, essentially you have to consider your you know, stop loss, your liquidation levels, and etc. for your leverage. So that was the possibility for that long. So it's not very high leverage today. Honestly, not the best price action for me. I wouldn't even consider it, you know, as a good trading day today at all. But if anyone was trading, you know, I can definitely see why, you know, this low over here is supposed to be Monday low. Am I wrong? Hold on, let's go on a daily time frame just to double confirm. Yeah, definitely Monday low. So for anyone that is like scalping or whatever, I think this was actually an opportunity down here when I think about it. Sweeping of the, you know, of the Monday low and then searching for a long on a lower time frame for a scalp. I think that's very smart move to do, especially looking at the candles here at you know, at New York Open. You have a clear institutional 15-minute candle dropping down, sweeping liquidity here, and with the drop down, if you extend that drop and see that you are actually reaching a previous zone, right? A previous zone of break, this whole move here, right? Even, yeah, it's pretty much like it's a clean break over here. So that move was started down here. And then bullish order flow prevailed, right? This was all liquidity left for afterwards that was swept, and then just price did whatever it wanted to do, created now another lower high here, and then just proceeded to create another bearish lower time frame order flow, right? From Monday all until today, New York. This is all, right? This is all liquidity. So essentially what happened was New York Open swept the low down here, came into a very good zone on a lower time frame. That's a 15-minute time frame. Okay, and then you do have a long over here, but where are you going to put your stop loss precisely? Maybe below these lows if I was watching it, but I'm already long and I'm looking for a little bit more extreme setups at the moment, so not something that I'm very fond of doing, but definitely a setup, right? If someone is looking at it. 35,000, what do you think, Dano? Alex, hello, legend. Hi, Veronica. A bit late. Dog didn't respect my plans. That's okay, don't worry. I'm happy that you're here. So is everybody on board with this current setup over here? Just wanted to explain like how I see things, because I remember who was asking me earlier on Discord about Ethereum. I think it was Joel. Guys, make sure to join Discord if you haven't. It's completely for free. You can get your VIP role just by a sign up in one of the my partner exchanges, whether Bluffin or B2Nix. Bluffin is my favorite. B2Nix is becoming my second favorite. So you guys are, welcome to do that. And also B2Nix, we're giving $2,000 giveaway for the traders. So make sure to do that. Yeah, so for ETH, I think we were looking... Joel was asking me earlier. Let's have a look real quick using our sessions. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so... Yeah, definitely very, very difficult. Like this whole price action of extension is just not very tradable, because you've been extending and then the expectations are that you're going to range. This is the exact same thing that I was talking about the months, right? The quarters, because the way we trade with the range model theory is that we look at the quarters, right? So for us, we have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, right? This is what we're looking at. And that necessarily doesn't necessarily represent Tokyo. It's a part of the Asia range. It's not the whole, but you can see it here. So you've had this major extension. So after that, you usually get extension manipulation down here, and then this is what happens. But we teach these things in the range model theory course. I don't want to give it away just like that. By the way, do you guys follow my TikTok? Alert. Oh, that's dumb. That's even the wrong chart for this, so I don't even care. Right, so yeah, and Joel was asking me today, he wanted to long, I think, up to like... Did he take profit already? I think he was looking for a scalp. Yeah, so for me, this is the thing, right? And I told him, like, for me, I think this could bring it up down to retest even like in the 90-60 areas, like down here. So I wasn't really sure where I would put my stop loss for a long, and really is the risk to reward worth it, right? Because you have this, entire bearish price action right now. Would it be worth it? So... because essentially, yes, you are reversing. You could consider this as a manipulation, but you can reject up here, right? Look at these two candles. That's 30 minutes. Maybe if we put on a 1 hour, it's going to be a bit clearer. You have this area for potential rejection. You have this area for potential rejection. So it just might, it's just a scalp. So is it really worth it at that point? This is the question that you need to ask yourself. And for me, not really. To add more risk in a position that I'm already in profit, I mean, obviously I need to take it in a different exchange, but it doesn't really make sense. Especially like the fact that you're trading in between levels, right? And you're respecting bearish order flow on Ethereum. Like, look at that. Yes, everyone, make sure to like the video. Welcome. If you're new here, please say hi in the chat box. Veronica, nope, I don't have TikTok. Yes, maybe for the best. It's kind of like a big brain rot, actually. So but yeah, you are in between levels. You dipped again below. You're trying to reclaim, but I mean, look at this massive 12-hourly bearish engulfing. Okay, you're not having currently a follow through on it, so maybe not a bad thing, but definitely a choppy situation that I'm not digging it at the moment, is basically what I'm trying to say. ETH BTC, literally the same thing. Like, even when I look at ETH BTC in between levels, you smashed with, with a candle body close below a buy zone, which I never like. Then you have a secondary buy zone down here, a little bit of a, demand that could be respected potentially, because this is where the breakout happened last. So you are looking at this level with respect and, with hopes that something might happen. But yeah, it is very possible, just because you had a body close below the previous buy zone, that this could just like roll over even more, and that is going to mean that then we need to be looking at our following zone, which is ETH BTC in between 0.02637 and 0.02693. This is like the following one, level by level, guys. Like, you know, there's nothing else you can do really, but yeah, this is not entirely looking so hot right now, not at all. You know, you definitely, at least here, you want to see price break above like this daily level, 0.03088. Because if you look closely, if you examine here closely, look at what happened. You came to the buy zone, right? You wicked it, you tried to push up, and then the next day came and you erased the whole thing, and you even closed the body below it. Like, just read the tape, you guys. Just read the tape. The tape is telling you I'm not done yet. So if something happens, if, you know, the market makers come in out of nowhere, hello crypto dog, if they come out of nowhere and protect the area, happy days. But I need to see more confirmation, and I'm not seeing it currently, right? You know, and technically when I look at it, okay, this bullish candle is pretty nice. It's giving a break with a body, good. But I'm talking about the bodies, not the wicks at the moment. So there is something happening. But ETH BTC is not the most technical asset as well. Just FYI. So can you check power? Yeah, I can check power. I literally had someone talk to me about power like 10 minutes ago, just before I started the stream. So that's going to be more than that, more than 10 minutes. But we'll check power. I wasn't curious enough to open the chart. Let me know if I have the correct chart. Jeez. What are these guys on, honestly? Yeah, well, you don't have enough price data. Let's have a look here. Yeah, technically, if you're gambling, okay, like if you're like gambling, let's see it a little bit. So you had a little bit of supply here. Look at that. You had a little bit of supply here. Let's mark the whole thing. You had a little bit of supply, you had a reaction, second reaction, then you came down, you filled a little bit of that imbalance here, you retest the previous area of breakage, and then you pretty much send it here. We're looking at the 12-hour, but why not? It looks nice. Anyways, even daily time frame, when you look at it again, supply, rejection, respect of the demand here, and then pretty much send. Not a bad chart at all, to be honest. Technically, it looks quite sweet. But this sweep up here is dangerous, honestly. Like on a 4-hour time frame, let's have a look a little bit for any buy continuations here. Let's check lower time frame. Hold on. All right, so this whole thing here, you know, liquidity, just look at that. So where is... All right, so you have this, and this candle comes and sweeps up to like this high over here, and it just sends lower. I mean, that's crazy stuff. Yeah, potentially the 1 minute was more telling for this short, but hold on, let's look at the higher time frame again to see if there is any continuation areas actually. So first one I can see here on the 1 hour time frame might be this little thing over here, or in fact this entire candle up here. To be fair with you guys, even this is like a reactionary area at the moment, but with this drop, like... it's just a bit too violent. Like, what are they doing? Sweep, no, I don't. It's like catching a falling knife at the moment, and look at all this. Like, it's probably gonna be grabbed, like literally all of this here. So yeah, you're definitely looking at, you know, for some reaction down here at this level. Before that, I think it's just too much risk. Hold on, let's go on the lower time frame. You see what I mean? Like that's that sort of area. Reactionary levels definitely, right, on a 15-minute time frame, on a lower time frame as well, for sure. But would you catch a falling knife like that? I don't know. Like with all this liquidity below, like I'll be careful. Crypto. Oh yeah, you did. Oh yeah, correct. Yeah. Because they can literally like bring it up and just send it back down again, which they probably will do at this point, because I don't think that this is going to be an entirely reversal candle. Like it wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, I'd probably look for further shorts on this at the moment, for potential reaction down here at this area. I think that's more probable. Where are they taking it from? Oh, they're taking it from down here. Remember our formations? This whole thing down here is an area of interest, yeah. But still, like, very risky, very tricky. Look, they're respecting like the current supply. Are they gonna break through? Like, what are they doing? A bit strange, to be fair. But yeah, for me, like, I think most probable is gonna be a little bit lower. This is just too risky for me, especially after a drop like that, clear of liquidity up here and then just send it lower. Like, I'd be careful. They might just try to catch more people to long it here to then just, you know, send them to empty their, you know, accounts with one more drop. So very volatile. Let's look at Sol. What were we looking at? Actually, we were looking at Ethereum, ETH on Binance. ETH on Binance chart. We were looking at the monthly, you guys, and you're going to be actually shocked by this. Look at the monthly liquidity on Ethereum. It's sitting at literally like 8888 or something, some angel number or whatever, which is crazy. Okay, but this reaction could be real. You know what I mean? Like when I look at this price leg on a monthly time frame, we have a clear break. So this low should be strong. Like if this low is weak, this low should be strong. So this is why we're hence getting the reaction. Like look at this, right? Look at this clean break. So that's strong. That's a strong low. You know, because it beat the previous high over here by a body close. Retracing the whole move, not respecting demand, it's not the greatest thing, definitely not. But again, this is going to leave this entire area exposed and ready to go, which is pretty much what's happening right now. This is where we're getting the reactions from. When you think about it, like 888 is not too far away. It's like literally down here. When you consider this whole move, dudes and Judases. Hello, Tony. So nice to see you. Yes, everyone, make sure to smash the like button. What do we have here? We have Coinbase, by the way. Coinbase is reporting on Thursday. which is going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. We have other big names reporting as well this week. CPI on the table. So yeah, it's gonna be very, very crazy week, you guys. But I just wanted to make a note of this liquidity down here for future, because if this is taken, I don't know, like honestly, I mean, it's already done its job, whatever it needs to do. So I don't understand the reason why we need to bring it down here. For me, it makes no sense. But if they do, it's probably going to be a liquidity sweep and some sort of, you know, reversal. If not, then we need to look at other extreme areas, which then are very, very low, at around $500 ETH, which is actually crazy to think, but it's on the table. So we have to respect what we see on the chart without having any extra feelings for it. You never know, it might be the hit of the century, you know, it might be the hit of the century and we do some, you know, SFP and then we just send it. Like, that would be crazy. It would be crazy, but lots of crazy things have happened, you know. I won't be surprised. And did you see that the FTX guy is like saying that he never applied for bankruptcy for the FTX exchange? All kinds of crazy cacophonies going on right now. VIX was ticking up a little bit on the day and now it's dropping again. But by the looks of it, we might get another tick up very soon. So yeah, just being mindful of that. Wasn't uranium up on the day, or am I tripping? Yeah, gold is in a very interesting place. Honestly, for me, not being able to make another high here is a problem. So that could really roll over one more time. So we gotta be very careful with gold at the moment. How do you trade this? Like, you know, obviously you can use range model theory to catch the range moves early on in the day before New York. After that, forget it. After that, pretty much forget it. But I think so. This was New York, right? This was New York over here. I think I had the range earlier set literally. Where was the high? Where was the low? I think I was looking at this and this. Yeah, that was the range that I had put up earlier. Up here. So this was no, that's not the tool that I needed. Hold on, we'll get the right tool. This was kind of the range that I was looking at earlier when I was looking at gold. So basically, just to remind you guys how this works, I don't want to replay it whatsoever, but it was basically like this. This is your high, this is your low. It was very clear that, you know, price was in between. Price was trading in between this high and this low. So yeah, 0.236 again. This is your buy zone, this is your sell zone. And then once this happens, so obviously when you open the range like that, in order for you to determine that this is a range, you are ideally going to be able to catch the short, right? Not necessarily the long, unless you're like super pro and you can be like, okay, I can see the range clearly, but the short definitely. And then you're able to see at the first take profit one area, which is 0.5, how price is maintaining the range. And then from here, then you're most certain that you're gonna get the exit plus +1 area, right? So, but I've made videos on this, you guys. You need to know. Let me get on her good side. Gold. What time frame we are? This is the 15-minute time frame we're looking at today's price action. But yeah, this was the range today. So for gold. And then it was this was it pretty much. Let's see, hold on, London. Yeah, I think this was it. The range exited during London. So this was a tiny sell you could have get in London. Down here, potential buy maybe on the lower time frame. I think definitely there was. Yeah, down here. This was the buy at 0.236 with gold, exit +1, and then that's it. After that, you have to wait for New York, and New York was just painful. It was painful, especially at the beginning. You know, after that, I'd say it was a little bit more relaxed, because here I was expecting for price to take the 15-minute liquidity, which is this high, like we saw on the 15-minute time frame, right? That's liquidity up here. Okay, but it didn't happen. In fact, it respected the supply one more time, which is here. See, it was tapped here one time, and that was the second time, and then it started selling off. I was like, okay, what the hell is going on? Like, you could take that short. I see why people would take that short. But, you know, in a zone that was already mitigated, like, I was a little bit like, okay, maybe not. But if it happens, I'm definitely going to look for continuation shorts, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And I wasn't tagged with like pips. This was my order up here, and it wasn't tagged with pips to chase this move. And then I was annoyed, and then of course I missed the long from the 5,003 area, which would have been very not much, but still for a scalp on the 5-minute is pretty good actually, when you think about it. Silver, it's just same really, like such basic price action today. But you know, the amount of times, like, there's traders that are just waiting for Asia sweep and then they go in the opposite direction, and you're just like, okay, that happens literally once in a lifetime. But today, look at it, Asia sweep short, Asia sweep long, like what? Anyways, let's have a look. Reacting from 15-minute zone up here right now. Bitcoin. Yeah, this probably has a little bit more. If they're gonna drop it now, it's actually a good spot to do so, I guess. If they're going to continue the bullish order flow, it makes sense to do it here. So I'm just like not looking forward to like months of choppy price action. I think that would be like literally the worst case scenario I can imagine. I think platinum is coming to a zone soon. Yeah, very soon. So this is a potential short zone here for platinum. 2191 to 2233 for a continuation of that move. Let's see, look at that chop. Unworthy. It doesn't look that fresh, honestly. It doesn't look that... The short that we had was just generational. Like, oh my god, this is just crazy. Like, we literally caught the top of platinum. Insane. Let's look at the forex real quick. What's happening? Our zones are doing a good job so far. This is weekly, but I think we were trading this range. Eventually we exited +1 here. So this is the higher time frame range on Euro USD. Obviously the buy zone down here at 0.236. Monthly SR flip zone. You break it, you retest it, send it. So now you're shooting for 1.25 monthly time frame. So still bullish on Euro USD. Still bullish on Euro USD for now. Nikkei did well today. USO still waiting on it, like untradeable for me at the moment currently. At this level, not boring. Brent bullish for now. Bullish on Brent. You see, the one thing with MicroStrategy, like even though we had sort of a bounce, we didn't entirely reach our zone at like 102. So that's stressing me out a little bit, but MicroStrategy is MicroStrategy, like who cares about them? Trading above the weekly level is not too bad, but we haven't got a close yet, so I'm not too excited about that either. Snowflake's up today, that I already saw. Is there anything you guys want to look at while I'm here? Uranium, actually look from our level, what a nice bounce. Pretty awesome. Let's look at XRP real quick. Yeah, I mean, I guess, okay, cool. Like, we tapped the 0.236, like, we get it, but we need more XRP. We need more. I mean, it's quite sniper, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the levels of this fib extension are really, really good. That I know for a fact, but we definitely need more. We need a lot more, at least on a daily time frame. At least bring it above like 1.6. Then we might talk. Before that, it's just too risky. Too risky. The levels they can send this thing to are just ridiculous. If we don't hold this level at the moment, then we start talking about like $1 down here, like this little level, this little zone, into the $1, 0.96 even. If they want to like retest, if they want to retest like this previous break zone, 0.9717 potentially, but this entire candle is going to be of interest, unfortunately, and it's quite big. It's quite big of an area of interest. Yep, it's crazy. Hood, hold on, where's my hood? Let's try and evaluate where this bounce is coming from, first of all. Yeah, I mean, we do have a potential target, but this is way too weak at the moment. Could be actually a short from here, not gonna lie. Could roll over once more. On a 4-hour, it doesn't look that bad. To be fair, the bounce, but I'm not sure where is this bounce coming from. Let's mark it. Huh? Yeah, previous demand zone, I guess. Intel Trump is considering sending an additional aircraft. Oh, so that's bad, right? Like that means that something might happen. Yeah, I mean, you did have a break in that area, I guess, but you were maintaining bullish order flow here, so double bottoming here. I mean, I guess, but not an area that I would have longed from. So for me, like that's not really a big area to look into. This is yeah, no. At least a bit lower, like around 67, I'd say. So this might be some live bounce, 66.9, something around here. That would make more sense, I think. This could have found just some previous demands and then just, you know, feeling a little bit of that selling imbalance before it continues lower. But I don't think it's ready yet. Hood. So what does that mean if Trump is considering doing that? Sending aircrafts? What does it mean? What a short that would have been. Respecting the bearish order flow here, it looks good for a continuation. Anyways, you guys, I think that's it for today. Make sure to check the description box for all the links if you want to come on Discord, if you want to see all the offers I have, if you want to trade gold. By the way, Vantage is given 50%. So if you deposit 500, you're getting a deposit bonus of 50%. So that means another $250 in your account, which is pretty dope, actually. So that's Vantage Markets. If you're looking to trade CFDs, all kinds of stocks, they have it all. And by the way, you can also link it to your trading view, which is pretty cool. So you can add orders directly on trading view and like manage your stop loss and everything. So that's very convenient if you don't want to like go on MetaTrader 5 or whatever, if you can't trade on MetaTrader 5, which I completely understand because it's like an old heads platform. It's nice, honestly, like it's fast execution and everything, but if you are looking to trade on TradingView, some people find that more convenient, you know? So, but yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully there'll be a little bit more news, so we have a nice pre-market update. But yeah, the market is choppy and pre-CPI, NFP, lots of news that are potentially going to move the market by significant amount. I can understand how we're getting a bit of chop today. You're welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Get some rest. Rest your eyes. Staring at the screen all day is not great. Me, myself, like I also had to check my eyes the other day, which was crazy. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you tomorrow.